Hi, everybody. It's Kathy, and I love to be selling. It is so, so, so good to be with everybody. So come on in and get settled. It is cold here in New York City. It's like going down to 20 degrees right now. So, like cold, 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 cold. But let me know how your weather is. If you could post below and let me know. And I'm going to do a quick tech check. I've got my red on. I'm feeling a little Christmassy holiday coming on. So I said, let's put a red shirt on and stream with you guys and talk because I've got two top tips for you to explode your eBay sales because I know a lot of people, their sales are down right now, and I'm here to help you kick them back up. So let me know that you can hear me. Let me know about your weather. And I am going to check and make sure you guys can hear me. So just hang tight as we check all this stuff. Hang on. We got to do a quick tech check. And here we go. And page and there we go. Okay. Oh, so cold. It's like I'm going to have a nice cup of tea, got a nice warm dinner waiting for me. I am ready, ready, ready. Okay, good. Hi, Leah. How are you? Carla, always good to see you. Thanks, you guys, for letting me know that you're here. Marcia, wet and cold, New Jersey. I certainly bet it is. Let me move this over here. I'm moving my microphone over. Cold here in Indiana. Sunny and cold. Okay. Hi, Valerie. How are you? Sharon, thank you. Dale, of course, you're going to let me know about the Florida weather. Thank you so much. Hey, Scott, how are you? Good to see everybody. Okay, good. So this is what I was thinking about because it seems right now there's a lot of up and down going on eBay. Some sellers are doing really, really well and they're crushing it. And other sellers are really, really, really having a tough time right now. So the tips I'm going to give are for the people that are more struggling, but certainly they can help those of you that already have healthy sales to keep your sales healthy and growing, because that's always the goal. It's like, I want to stay healthy. And many of us are also looking to grow our eBay accounts. And actually playing with my grandson got me thinking about this. So he's 5 years old. And when he comes to play with us, we have a toy box for him. So he gets to pick what toy he wants to play with. So he'll get out, stuffed animals, or he'll get some Legos out and he'll start to play with them. And we're in a New York City apartment. So he'll have like all the cars out and he's like playing with his cars. And then all of a sudden he wants the Legos and he goes to Legos. Then we have Legos going on. Then all of a sudden he wants to color and the coloring books coming out. And you get the idea is that there's cars and Legos and coloring books. And if you have young children in your home, or if you've got grandkids or nieces and nephews, you know what I'm talking about. So what our rule is, it's okay to have two things out. It's like you can have the cars out and the Legos out. But when it starts to be 3 and 4, what our rule in our home is you are welcome to play with any toy you at a time. So that way, if there's a third or a fourth that's out, pick the one or two that you want and put the other ones away. Is the living room just is like too full. And the other thing is, because some of the toys are quite small, is that my husband and I end up stepping on them and hurting our. So our rule is 1 or 2 toys, put the others away. Then when you're done with one, you can bring another one out. And this is my tip for you for sales for eBay. Is oftentimes what I see is a mistake that many sellers make is sort of going very broad and very thin, instead of going maybe a little narrower and going deep. And I'm not talking about inventory, though you can certainly take a look at it with inventory. Even though selling a variety is great, it's take a look at how big a variety you want to sell. If you want to sell everything from soup to nuts, that's fine. Just know there's going to be more work involved in that because of the research and everything you're going to need to do to stay on top of everything. But what I'm thinking about is for social media. And the reason I'm bringing up social media is, if your sales are off and you've done your research, so you are selling things that are in demand, because you always want to check and make sure, because trends can change very, very fast. And I do have a YouTube on my YouTube channel that teaches you how to search for prices using advanced search if you don't know how to do that. Okay, so always check prices. If it is something in demand and you feel that you've done everything to optimize your listing, then you really want to take a look at helping yourself rank in Google. Now, absolutely, eBay feeds our items to Google, but then you're relying on eBay to feed your items to Google along with everybody else's items. It's like you're part of a crowd, okay? And what can be very, very effective is for you to get your items to Google. And the way you do this as a seller is social media. Google likes social media because Google likes content. Content being a page, a computer page, a web page that's describing something, showing something. And that's what a listing page does. It has great content. It has pictures. It has a title. It has descriptions. It is juicy content for Google. And it is well worth you spending 5 or 10 minutes a day, half an hour a week. This does not need to take hours. And if it is, you do need to take a look at it, unless you have thousands of listings, and that's why it's taking hours. But you can do very effective social media in just 5 or 10 minutes a day. And the reason for doing the social media is to help you with Google rankings. You are helping your items to be found in Google search, and that is a good thing. And again, yes, eBay is feeding your items, but it behooves you to do it. It is not like it was years ago, whether you're selling on Etsy or Poshmark or anywhere, which is, again, you can always rely on websites to do a certain amount of always a good idea to take a little bit of time and do it yourself. A little bit of time invested on social media bears rich, rich fruit, okay? And that's what you want. It also, you will see impact now. It also bears fruit for the future because many shoppers start their shopping search in Google. And because of the fact that you did a Facebook business page 3 months ago with a post, or you did a pin on Pinterest with your post, it will help that category, that item rank for you in Google, which is your items will show, your pictures will show, people will click on your items. So I have 2 top tips for you for social media, because again, people, again, big mistake, just like inventory line words, broad, but I don't really know, that much exactly about what I'm selling because I just don't have time to research everything. And the same thing can happen with social media, particularly with social media, is that sellers sort of go all over the place, sort of like Jackson with the toys all over the room is, they do a Facebook post, they do a pin, they do a tweet, and they maybe do one on each site once a week, or they'll do 3 tweets in one day and then nothing for 3 weeks. And that's not going to be effective for you. So what I have done, and let me just show you, it's on my website, is, where are we going to go? So we'll go here. Let me share this. And we're going to go to I Love to Be Selling. And first of all, thank you guys. I just had a podcast come out in the past couple of weeks, and let me show you this. The link for the podcast is on my website. You can just click podcast. And my podcast right now, it's on several places, but where you can see it right here, and I've got the links on my website, is on Apple, and just click right through and get it, Google, and Spotify. So if you've got a commute, please, please, please download my podcasts and listen to that because you'll really, really, really enjoy it. But this is what I want to show you for social media. So again, you hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, hover over free tips, and you're looking for the essential social media cheat sheet. And what I've done is I've really loaded for you. Okay, so you've got tips here on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. And just drop your email in and this will be sent to you. Now, the reason I did Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram is not to get you to do all 4. Again, unless it's working for you, you're very experienced with social media, you already have a presence there. The reason I did all 4 is to help you choose what is best for you. Okay. And again, this is on my website, ilovetobeselling.com. And the reason I did that is what I encourage you to do is whatever social media you're doing now, and it's great that you're doing social media, take a look at it. This is my first tip for you. Look at your Facebook business page, look at your Instagram account, look at your Pinterest, look at your Twitter. If you've got a YouTube account, absolutely look at YouTube. And 2 questions I want you to, so you get your pen out, get your paper out. Number 1 question, how many followers? Okay. And the followers that you have, as much as you know, are they potential shoppers or is it mostly friends? Now, there's nothing wrong with having a lot of friends follow you as long as they are the type of people that would shop with you. A lot of my friends that follow me are the type of people that would shop with me. Okay. So where do I have the most followers? And look, it's on every single account. You can see your followers. It's very, very easy. The next question. So let's say you have on Facebook, I've got 100. On Twitter, I've got 300. On Instagram, maybe I have 200. And Pinterest, I have 300. So for me, it would be Twitter, Pinterest are the top, then Instagram, then Facebook. Don't stop there. Next question. On each of those sites, and you're going to go look at them, which one do you get the most likes, comments, or shares? Obviously on Twitter, it's retweets, but you're looking for what is called engagement, which is where are people making comments, where are people liking, and where do you get shares if you get shares? Now, for instance, let's say your Instagram is smaller, it's 200, so it's smaller than Pinterest, but you get a lot of likes on Instagram and you get a lot of comments on Instagram. So you need to pay attention to that. So let's say Instagram is your highest ranking for what is called engagement. And let's say Facebook is your number 2, and then we'll do Pinterest as number 3, and then Twitter is number 4. Okay. Do take into account if you do sharing groups, because that's sort of artificial sharing and likes. So just be aware of that. If you have very high engagement on some social media, just note whether it's from a sharing group where you're all sharing each other's stuff or whether it's organic from followers. Okay. And again, if people are sharing and if it's in some kind of sharing group where you agree to mutual, fine. Again, take a look at the people. Are they your potential shoppers? Okay. Then you're going to pick your number 1. So number 1 is where followers, where do you get the most engagement? Okay. Number 2, that's where you're going to media. But what's best, what is most effective, because remember what we're after is attracting Google, is to focus on one. And the reason you want to focus on one, and again, doesn't mean you don't do the others, but that your main focus is on one, is you want to be regular there. Okay. And the reason for regular is that the algorithms on that site, whether you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, they note your regularity. You are rewarded in your reach, and reach is when you post how many people it gets exposed to. You're rewarded for regularity. Now, regularity can be once a week. And that's why I'm speaking to my sellers that are part-time or have very limited time. And it could be because you're shipping a lot. It's like, Kathy, I just don't have a lot of time to do social media. I'm not in a position to hire someone. That's fine. I have one friend who is crushing it on Instagram, and she started by posting once a week. I was like, I even said to her, I was like, really? And she built from 0 to a couple of thousand before she went to 2 and 3 regular posts. But her content was really good. It was a great picture. You know, she made a great comment about it, great hashtags, and she posted every week. And she was able to build a following that way. So it is far better to post once a week or twice a week or 3 times a week than to post 3 in one day and then nothing for 3 weeks. Okay. So this is my tip for you. Why do social media? Because it will help you rank with Google. it will also sustain you. If there's some kind of up and down going on any platform that we're selling on, or things going on with search going on platforms, whatever. The great thing about doing social media is that you are being put in charge of your business, and you can help to drive traffic for your items. And the way you do that is social media. So do not allow yourself to get overwhelmed. This is not, when they built in a day, your social media is not going to be built in a day, and that's fine. But don't get yourself talked out of doing social media because you think it has to be this terribly hard, awful thing for 3 hours a day, because it doesn't. You can do it in 5 or 10 minutes a day. It's a matter of doing it. It's a matter of doing it, but it bears fruit. It is free. It is driving you traffic. So look at the social media accounts that you have. Look at where you get the most followers and what engagement. And the engagement's important. It's better to go to an account that has a little less likes and a little less followers, but more engagement, because that means they're talking back to you. That means they're liking you. And that will help you when you post to reach more people and to get more people. And again, hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, and you're going to grab the essential social media cheat sheet. And that's right on my website for you. Okay. And that's what I wanted to share with you is when things take a downturn, it's hard. It's very hard. I've been there. I get it. I work with sellers every day that are having downturns for various reasons. You do your homework. I know a lot of, some sellers, it is a matter of prices. Their prices are off. There are people where your listings aren't optimized, but once you get all that set up, really take a hard look at your social media. If you are all over the place, and sometimes we do that because we just think that's the best choice, really take a look at being more focused. Instead of being on 4, a little bit here and there, choose 1. And then once that's really consistent and working for you and you're seeing results and you're getting your likes and you're getting your comments, then is the perfect time to expand. But social media will get your items seen on Google. And Google is where many, many, many shoppers start their shopping search. And that is what you're after. And that is in your control. And you can help to drive that traffic to your items at no cost to you. And those are my 2 top tips for you. Where are you most popular? And then really look at the engagement rate that you're getting on that social media. It's not enough. You'll see pages with tons of followers and very little engagement. Far better to have less followers and more engagement. Okay? And those are my tips for you. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye, everybody.